Alright guys, let's go over some drag settings and how to operate the lever drag and the tensioner as well as the second gear. We'll go over the lever drag system on here. It's super simple, and like I said in the previous part, that this is pretty much dummy proofed. You're to set any drags or to go in anything. This reel is in free spool at the moment. I've got the drag set really light, so if you see if I put it into gear, you'll start going into with all those numbers. There are some presets you can work with when you're spring scaling your drags out. If I put it all the way up into 4 right now, I could still hold the arbor of the spool and turn the handle. So what we're going to do to tighten that and to add and apply more drag is you're going to turn the knob right here, and you can make micro adjustments or large. I know that I could hold this thing down, so I could do a couple turns and quite a few clicks before this is going to start to get to a tighter tension that I would want. So I'll pop it back into gear, go up to 4, and now I really can't hold down that spool at all and turn the handle. The other thing you've got on these, like I was saying, is the dummy proof version. Is that's right up against the number 4 setting on there. And if you look here, you've got where it says full and all the numbers. Now if you press this button down and keep continuing to push forward, you'll go into full. You will lock your drags up. If you're not ready for that, you'll lose a rod, you'll lose a fish, you'll lose everything. And these are not inexpensive reels to be just tossing over and donating to the ocean. So again, they put this little lock on here just so that prevents that from happening, which is a really nice setting that they've put on here. Now we're going to back this back all the way off, and we're going to show you how to use the second gear system here. So the gear systems, obviously, in a simple term, are just like gears on a bike. You know, you put that into a lower gear, you're doing less strain on yourself and gaining slower amounts of line. Or on a bike, you're pedaling twice as hard to get up somewhere, you turn the gear down, and you made your life a little bit easier. So what we'll do here is you're going to push this gear lever in, like that, and that will engage the second gear function on there. You've now made life a little bit easier on you. The downside to that could also be this. If you are in the second gear function, you're gaining less line at one time per crank. If a fish turns and runs at you and you put slack in that line and you don't take this off really quickly, you're going to probably lose that fish and not gain enough line fast enough. So Penn's made that a little bit easier on people by putting the second gear release here. It's real simple. So if you turn the handle and you notice a fish turn and running, you can hit that thing and it goes straight into gear and you're back into high gear and you can gain line faster. I really like that function that they did on here. It made life a lot easier for anglers. It also left less areas open for salt to get into. So this was a great function. Again, if you're just trying to put this into the second gear, you just push the button down. You'll feel how that gets it'll go back and forth. Don't panic. You need to turn the reel. You'll hear it click. If you don't turn the handle, it doesn't engage the second gear. It's really important. We get guys online that call in. We get guys on the phone that ask, hey, I just bought a brand new reel and the second gear is broken. No, it's not. Turn the handle. It'll engage into gear. Don't panic yet. If it doesn't do it, then call us. We'll figure it out and replace it, whatever we need to do to get it done. And again, to put it out of the gear, you're just going to click it. You'll hear it go back into gear and continue winding. Super simple function. Penn does a great job with that one. They're very effective on 2 speeds when you're up and down with fish, or you're kind of stretched out and that fish isn't turning its head very easy. You know, you got to gain little just to get it to come back to the boat. But yeah, that's the rundown on how to set your drags and how to use that 2-speed function on these. Again, it's a really good idea to use a spring scale to set your drags, unless you are one of those tournament fishermen or avid fishermen that can pull a line off a reel and magically know exactly what you're at. Then I would strongly suggest buying a spring scale. It doesn't have to be a $200 Chilean spring scale of some sort. It can be as simple as your Rapala 50-pound spring scale you got in your bag. Just tie a little loop knot on there, and then make sure you got the reel and the rod together and pull until you're at your desired drag spot. If you got any questions, guys, again, call in, come in. We've got all these reels in the case. We could put these in your hand. You could test them out yourself. All right. Thanks.